New South Wales is elected to receive. Ends are shown. Shake hands, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third Women's Australian Gridiron League match here in Hurstville Oval in Sydney. I'm Chris Gusco here on behalf of Ascension Sports TV. Thank you very much for joining us for the live stream of this game. And there is a lot on the line in this one. Queensland coming in with a win over the Monarchs in week 1. And the Coyotes coming in this of a loss to the Monarchs in week 2. So opposing form here. It's not going to count for much when the ball is kicked off in a few moments' time. Special thanks to Hurstville City Council for the great work that they've been doing, and also for Hostworks for assisting us with the live stream. As we are almost set to get underway, you could call the Queensland Sun Devils favourites in this one, but like I said, once the ball is kicked off, it's going to be anyone's game here. And especially in front of the Coyotes home crowd here. Very good crowds turned out here. And it's a beautiful day. The sun hasn't been able to pierce through the clouds today, which has kept it nice and cool. There's not a breath of wind going around at the moment, which is good for the quarterbacks to pass around. Should be a very entertaining game. In case you missed the first game of this doubleheader, the New South Wales Wolfpack comprehensively beating the SA Sharks 52-6, which means that we have locked in the Australian Gridiron League final for the men's. It is going to be the Queensland Sun Devils taking on the Wolfpack in 2 weeks' time in Queensland. And the women's Sun Devils will be hoping to get into the final of their own here. They will be kicking off. Wolfpack to receive. And we are underway here. Kick along the ground. It's going to be difficult to gather. Well done. And she's going to run straight into a wall of Sun Devils as they've come out physically already. And now it looks as if New South Wales Coyotes will start just before their own 30-yard line here. It came off a disappointing result against the Monarchs, unable to put a point on the board while the Monarchs literally ran all over the top of them. They'll be hoping to shore up their defense this time around, especially against the running game. And as for the Sun Devils, well, they'll be full of confidence after their big win over the Monarchs in week 1. First down and 10. Queensland putting 3 on the line. 2 wide receivers to the left-hand side for the Coyotes. Morley under centre. Sits back, passing on the first play. Long throw to the outside. And she almost took it on the sidelines. She was wide open. Seems like a miscommunication in the secondary from the Sun Devils, and immediately the Coyotes right on top here. Thanks. And a big blown coverage in the backfield there, but they are unable to take the most of that chance. And it's going to be now second down and 10. Once again, 2 wide receivers to that side. Empty backfield for Morley. She drops back, has time again, but then puts the pressure on. Looks like the ball came out on the sack. And it is going to be retained possession. A lucky break for the Coyotes. Morley had time, and then suddenly the Queensland D-line came through and put pressure on her, forced the fumble, and she was lucky enough to dive back on it. And now it's going to be third down and long here for the Coyotes on their first possession of this game. In 2 plays already, we've seen a long pass almost be completed and a sack. It's been an exciting start Dahlia Tahu in the backfield. 2 wide receivers to the left-hand side, moving the player in motion to the right-hand side. Morley, quick pass on the screen, hits her target. But good closing pressure from the Sun Devils. Amy Henry with the tackle in the open field. There is a flag on the play, however. We'll have to wait to see what the call is, obviously. Conference in the middle here as the umpires discussing the penalty with the players on the field. Regardless of the penalty, the Coyotes might be short of the first down here.
During the play, we have New South Wales ineligible blocking downfield. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
The penalty is declined, and the Coyotes will be forced to get rid of the ball here on 4th down unless they're looking to go for it, but that'll be a very risky move this early on in the match. And they'll be looking to punt. The snap is good. Gets good time in the pocket, and that's a good punt towards the sidelines. Tumbles in favour of the Coyotes. And in the backfield, Trisha Cameron is going to leave that one to stop dead, and now the Sun Devils will take the field for their first possession. Good defensive effort on their first possession against them. And now they'll try to get the ball rolling early and quickly here. Very dangerous offense here. Denise Pepe lining up in the shotgun. Split backs. 2 wide receivers to the right hand. The snap is over her head. Goes to get it back. She's fumbling it. Holds onto it somehow. Now needs to make a play out of nothing. Dodges in between one. There's a flag down in the backfield, and the Coyotes will push them back for a huge loss. And already a fundamental error there from the Sun Devils. Overzealous snap has now put them well back, and depending on what the penalty call is, they could be even further back already. The Coyotes getting a good break on defense for their first
Block
play.
in the back. Number 4 on the offense. That penalty is declined. 2nd down.
Penalty is declined, and it still means that the Sun Devils have a lot of work to do. It's 2nd down and extremely long here on their first drive. Not the way they wanted to start, obviously. Split backs. Pay in the backfield. Sets herself. Long pass down the field. And 2 players met at exactly the same time. Terrific work. Candice Clay sitting in the secondary. She comes across and does just enough to make sure that Marissa Hayes did not get a hand to that one. And it's going to be 3rd down and very long. They have no real choice but to go for the pass here and try to get some yards here so that the punt will not be as far back in their own territory. The Coyotes lining up here. They don't have many on the line, choosing to sit back. Looking like a cover 2 at the moment. Split set. Heads off to the outside, and look at the speed on Chrissy Moran. She gets around 1. She's still going. She's got to take it all the way home. Touchdown, Sun Devils. And after she scored 4 in their opener against the Monarchs, she is immediately on the board with an unbelievable touchdown on a play that you would expect them to pass. Even I called that they were going to pass. Moran gets the handoff, and she is off to the races when she gets the gap down the outside. And Queensland making the most of their first possession, even though it was 3rd down and very long. They now take a 6-0 lead in this one in front of the crowd here at Hurstville Oval in Sydney. Spread set for the Sun Devils here for the 2-point conversion. 1 in the backfield. They drops back under pressure, throws. And well done there from Candice Clay to break that up. Unable to make the interception. And it will stay 6-0 here. Early in the first quarter of this Women's Australian Gridiron League match here on Ascension Sports. My name is Chris Guscott from all the Ascension team, thank you very much for joining us for this live stream here at Hurstville Oval. I'd like to thank Hurstville City Council and also for Hostworks for helping us out with the live stream. And in case you've missed the start of this one, the Sun Devils just opening their account. Christy Moran, an unbelievable run down the sidelines, torching the defence to go all the way to the house on a third down and very long situation. It's now 6-0 here in Sydney. And the Coyotes already on the back foot here. Marissa Hayes to kick off. And we're back underway. This one on the ground. Another difficult one to recover. Did very well, however. She gets to the outside and brought down with a good open field tackle. Like we mentioned previously in the last game between the Wolfpack and the SA Sharks, the open field tackles are the ones that really are important in terms of holding the players for a few less yards than they probably would have gotten. It's that yards after contact ability which makes the good players the best players. And when you can sick those open field tackles, that's exactly what you need to do as a defense. They're lining up trips on the left-hand side. Got two backs in the backfield. Umpire's just making sure everything's in order. First down and 10. Morley looked for the toss. Queensland closed it down. It was a very risky play. And it looks like the Wolfpack are going to recover it, but they're going to lose a lot of yards on that play. And immediately, the Sun Devils shut down the play. There is a flag down. But when the Sun Devils can get that sort of penetration immediately, Morley trying to make something out of very little that was in front of her. And it almost cost them possession, but they hold on to it for now.
Legal formation.
And now it is going to be
Wales,
second down, very long.
That penalty is declined. Second down.
Not much in the playbook for situations like this, but from the last Sun Devils possession, we showed that you can definitely do it. Morley under centre, drops back, has a bit of time, throws it, and it's going over her receiver. Good corner work there from the Sun Devils. Jessica Simont doing well to make sure that the throw had to be precise, and she's just over her receiver. It's going to be third down and very long now. And it's been an interesting start to this game. There's been a few fundamental errors and one blindingly long touchdown run from Christy Moran. Two wide receivers to the left-hand side, two backs in the backfield for the Coyotes, four on the line for the Sun Devils. Fumble on the snap, and the Sun Devils have been all over it to start this one off. Terrific play from Terry Nukuungu, sorry. Stumbling over that one. Apologies for that, but she made a terrific play on that one. And now the Coyotes are pressed very deep here. Fourth down and extremely long. Have no option but to punt. Candice Clay to sit back. Trisha Cameron back to return the punt. High punt. Queensland bench telling him to get away from this one. It takes a friendly bounce towards the Coyotes, but it will be not much on the gain, and it gives the Sun Devils very good field position to start their next drive here. They currently lead 6-0 here in this Australian Women's Gridiron League match. First down and 10 now for the Sun Devils. Lining up two backs in the backfield here. Handoff straight down the middle and more space to run here. Terrific work. Emmeline Mitchell making her way through the line, and she is going to get enough yards to push the first down marker. And it looks like that will be a first down. And the Sun Devils already looking to go to the ground attack, which proved to be the Coyotes' weakness in their first game. It's already proving to be a successful choice for the Sun Devils once again. Two backs in the backfield, two receivers to the right-hand side. Hands it off, Moran takes it, cuts back. Coyotes doing well to contain, but Moran will not go down. And using terrific play, Candice Clay with the emphatic hit late. And Moran again just dodging her way to the outside. That'll be another first down for the Sun Devils. And that's terrific anticipation from the running back, especially when the original assignment on the run doesn't look like it's going to yield many results. So she cuts back the other way, gets to the other side of the field, and will get the first down to make it first down and goal now for the Sun Devils. Once again, two backs in the backfield. Hand off down the middle. Looking to dodge and weave her way in. It's going to be a touchdown. And with good help from the offensive line, she is in for the score.
Touchdown,
and the Queensland Sun Devils are off to a flyer in this one. It's 12-0 early here in the first quarter, and they're using their ground attack to get results early in this one. Coyotes really need to make sure they need to secure up their run defense, or this one could get out of hand quickly. Queensland well in control already. 2-point conversion. Hand off to the fullback, and she is hit hard. Shrugs the tackle, however, and is in. Meadow Luano
Point after.
staying on her feet after getting a hard hit in the backfield, and it's that sort of yards after contact play that we were talking about, which makes the good running backs the best running backs, and she makes it count. 2-point conversion is good, and it's now 14-0 in favour of the Sun Devils early in this one. They have come out and made a very good early statement here. They want to host the final, and they want to be in it, and they're making all the steps they need to make sure that they are going to be there. So following the second touchdown for the Queensland Sun Devils, Marissa Hayes is going to kick off again. Good kickoff. Candice Clay receives it. Fakes the handoff twice. Cuts back down the middle. And she's going to drag a few defenders with her. Terrific play there to make sure that she was getting all the yards that she can for the Coyotes to start in the best position possible. And they're calling people to come onto the field. There's a huddle forming around one of the players who has gone down. Obviously, as mentioned before in the previous game and also now, and we can't reiterate it enough, obviously don't like to see any injured players in the Australian Gridiron League. Jessica Samont on the play, a little slow to get up. And she's able to walk off on her own accord, which is always good news. Hopefully see her back out on the field soon. So the Coyotes, with all the work to do early here, they trail by 14 in the first quarter here of this Australian Gridiron League match here on Ascension Sports. I'm Chris Guscott. Thank you very much for joining us for the live stream. In case you missed the earlier result, New South Wales Wolfpack emphatically beating the SA Sharks 52-6 in that one. New South Wales looking to make it a double here. And the Coyotes will need to start here on this drive. Morley under centre. Drops back. Under pressure. Shrugs one. Looks to get away, and a great chase tackle. And the Sun Devils already just look to be physically athletically superior at the moment in terms of their defensive pressure at least. Morley doing well to get outside of a very, very tight collapsing pocket. And she's able to try to get away from the pocket. Great chase down play. And now it's 2nd down and 11 for the Coyotes. They have struggled to get any form of offensive production in their last game as well as this one so far. Hopefully they can find a way to break this defense. Morley, handoff. She's got room and she's got space to move. Stands up with the hit. And a good play there. Matilda Queist on the play. Does good blocking from the offensive line to get some penetration. And she had some green grass to move and to push down. It's now going to be a 3rd down and 4 situation. Definitely achievable for the Coyotes here. The Sun Devils obviously looking to hold them up here. Lining up 1 receiver either side. 2 backs in the backfield here. I formation. Morley hands off to Queist again. She gets good blocking. Barges her way forward. Now will it be enough for the 1st down? We'll have to wait and see. But for the 2nd play in a row, getting good penetration with that offensive line. And it looks as if the Coyotes have moved past the 1st down market. They'll get a fresh set of downs as a reward, and they continue to push here for the opening score in this one. It's 14-0 here in the 1st quarter. Once again lining up in the I formation, choosing to use 2 backs regularly. Morley hands it off. And that is going to be a fumble. Seems a miscommunication on the handoff. It's going to bounce off Morley and the running back. And a good heads-up play to recover the fumble. And the Coyotes, after they looked like they were starting to build a solid drive, will now have to put their defense on the field. The Sun Devils, once again, getting out of trouble. And now they've had 2 drives for 2 scores. Let's see if they can make it 3 from 3 on this drive. And if they can, it's going to really make this match interesting already here in the 1st quarter. First down and 10 now. Hand off to the fullback. Big hit. And the Coyotes defense coming in hard to not give her an inch of room to work with. Cindy Whiteley and Candace Clay both making big hits on that running play. Sun Devils still going to get a few yards for their troubles. It's now going to be 2nd down and what looks to be about 7 yards. Jodie Carl lining up in the backfield for the Sun Devils, and she's going to take the handoff. Cutting through the middle, shrugs a tackle, has some room to move, and then is hit hard by Candace Clay. And it seems if willpower got her the final 5 yards of that run. Terrific play there. The offensive line got the few blocks it needed to make. And when she got into the open field, she was very hard to bring down. Even Candace Clay, she's proved to be a very physical defender who not many running backs or receivers can stay on their feet for, but she did well to keep the play alive and get a few extra yards. And now that's going to bring up a fresh set of downs for the Sun Devils. Pepe under center. Hands off. Moran this time. Shrugs off an arm tackle. Moving towards the corner. Hits hard. Stands up in the tackle, and that's going to be another 1st down. The Sun Devils just proving too quick in the backfield so far, with each of their running backs getting plenty of yards when they get the handoff. Pepe, the quarterback, not having to do much at the moment. All she has to do is just hand off and watch the offensive line, the receivers and the running backs do their work. And now it's going to be 1st down and goal. Coyotes needing an important stop here. On the goal line set. Spread set now. Moran in the backfield. 2 receivers either side. Looking to bring the blitz. She tosses the ball over. Good defense, though, and once again, Candace Clay coming out, making a big tackle. Along with good help from Nonna Hugh. And now it's going to be second down and goal here on the 5-yard line, which will also bring up the end of the first quarter. It's been an entertaining game so far, that's for sure. Queensland in a position to add to their 14-0 lead here at quarter time here on Ascension Sports. I'd like to thank Hurstville City Council for work they've done to put together what is a terrific looking oval here in Sydney. Also like to thank Hostworks for helping out on the stream. From all this Ascension Sports, I hope you're enjoying this match so far as much as we are. I'm Chris Guscott, and when we come back from the quarter time break, Queensland second down and goal. And we're just about to come back here from the quarter time break. Just starting off the second quarter. Got a very decent crowd down here at Hurstville Oval to watch this match. To all of the regulars who are unable to come out today, hope you're enjoying the live stream. Michael McGill springs to mind. Hope you're enjoying it from home. 2 wide receivers either side. Hand off down the middle. It's a fumble. And she's able to get on top of it and recover it. Lucky break there for the Sun Devils. Moran being unable to hold on to the handoff, but she's not to be made pay for it. And now it's going to be third down and goal. Pressure time here for the Coyotes to hold firm. Let's see what they can do. And so far they've struggled to contain what has been an explosive backfield from the Sun Devils here. 2 wide receivers either side again. Moran in the backfield. On third down and goal. The toss play to the outside. Moran's got space. Gets to the outside. Touchdown. And even though the Coyotes had the players there, it is extremely hard to contain Christy Moran because she is so quick and elusive. And a great play there to get her the space on the outside. Did a terrific job to then just get to the corner and use her speed to increase the Sun Devils' lead. It's now 20-0 here, awaiting the extra point conversions. Queensland Sun Devils have certainly come out firing in this one and made a statement. Split backs. You're going to go straight up the middle, rugby scrum style, and that's going to be in. It's effective. And now it's 22-0 here in favour of the Sun Devils here in Sydney.
.11:06 in the second quarter.
So following Christy Moran's second touchdown, the Queensland Sun Devils looking to kick off again. Marissa Hayes to kick off. She's done well so far on the kickoffs. Choosing to have a placeholder this time round. And a very good long kick down, and that's a good one. Well taken in the backfield, however, and now she's got space to move. Cutting through a few, and then hit hard. And guess who? Christy Moran. Making plays on both sides of the ball. Now the Coyotes will take offensive possession. And they have got to get moving now. They've been put under the pump by 3 terrific Queensland Sun Devils drives. Now they need to start matching the Sun Devils' offensive production with their own here. But give credit to the Sun Devils' defense. They have been able to get terrific penetration to stop any runs. Nicole Morley hasn't opted to make many passes so far. Handoff. And an end around and a toss. Back to Morley. She's gone downfield and she takes it. Terrific play. She ducks inside one. And what about that for a trick play to get the Coyotes started? Terrific worth. Bayana Mali taking the catch downfield after a series of hands-offs. Back to Morley. She sends the one downfield. Good tackle from Storm Brook. But the Coyotes now moving forward. And that might be just what they need to spark them here. 2 wide receivers to the left-hand side. Morley straight up the middle. No hesitation there on the QB sneak. And she's going to get a few yards for herself. And today, we've seen a fair few trick plays in this one, as well as in the game that came before us. The New South Wales Wolfpack defeating the SA Sharks 52-6, which means the Wolfpack have booked their spot in the Men's Australian Gridiron League final to play the Queensland Sun Devils men's team in 2 weeks' time up in Queensland. And it might be these two teams from the women's playing in the final as well. We'll have to wait and see. 3 on the line for Queensland, 2 in the backfield for the Coyotes. Toss play. Queensland looked to already close it down, and a terrific play in the backfield. Making a terrific play to get to the running back before she had any time to move. Trisha Cameron making a big statement play, and that really stops the momentum for the Coyotes, and it puts them now at a 3rd down and 13, 3rd down and 14 situation, which is definitely no easy feat. But for the Coyotes, if they're going to stay in this one, this is a big play. Feels as if this is definitely 4th down territory as well, considering that they are on the edge of the 25. 2 backs in the backfield again. Morley drops back, flicks over the top. Almost intercepted. Storm Brook getting 2 hands up to it and turning around. Would have been a very impressive interception. Unable to keep her hands around it. And that'll bring up 4th down. Seemed like a small miscommunication there from Morley and her receiver. Morley looking for the quick pass over the top. The receiver hadn't quite turned her shoulder. And it's going to be 4th down now and long. Making a series of substitutions here, so they could be looking to punt or be looking for something to try to trick play to get them past the Sun Devils defense. But most likely looks like this one will be a punt. And the snap is over her head. Doing very well, fakes, shrugs off an arm tackle, keeps going, down the sidelines, and she steps out of bounds. Candice Clay, certainly not easy to take down, that's for sure. The only thing that beat her on that occasion was the sideline, and now that'll be a turnover on downs. The Sun Devils, they're 3 for 3 on drives so far. That's definitely a good ratio to have if you're the offensive coordinator at least. And now the Sun Devils will be looking to add to their 22-point lead here in the 2nd quarter. Here on Ascension Sports, I'm Chris Guscott. And it's been an interesting game so far, certainly not short of exciting plays on offense and on defense. You sense as if another touchdown here from Queensland could really, really put the Coyotes on the back foot here. Two wide receivers either side here. Moran in the backfield for Pepe, and she tosses it out to her. It's going to be an end around. And she's got a lot of space to work with here as she tries to get to the outside. It's going to be a first down. She smartly takes the safe route and gets out of bounds before contact. Terrific work there. Ella Tuvey on the end around. And that's going to be a first down for the Sun Devils. You certainly have to get all your defense to commit to players like Moran, who has already tore them up so far in this one. And when you can open up the playbook to end around runs like that, which makes the defense commit, it just makes the offense's job a whole lot easier. Spread set again. Two wide receivers either side. Moran and Pepe back in the shotgun. She's got time. Steps up in the pocket. Long throw. Great corner work there. And that pass was going, you could have picked between two receivers who were going to take it, but terrific work in the backfield to bat that one down and to make the pass incomplete. And Pepe hasn't chosen to pass a lot in this one. When she has, she's looked dangerous. But they certainly have gotten most of their offense from the running game in this one. Caitlin Bigwood there with the play in the secondary. And it's now 2nd down and 10. This time, Pepe under center. Hands off to Moran. She fumbles the handoff. She's able to dive on it again. Again, she's been having troubles with taking the handoff today. Seems when she's taken the handoff successfully, she's been able to cause a lot of damage to this Coyotes defense. It seems as if Sun Devils' own worst enemy is themselves at the moment. But that really is nitpicking at the moment. They've been incredibly impressive so far. 22-0 here in the second quarter. And once again, choosing to put their receivers to the outside. Moran lining up next to Pepe in the backfield. The handoff, the fake, sends everyone the wrong way. And she's to the outside. And she goes over the defensive back. First down and some. And the Sun Devils continue to move on here. A good play. Once again, you've got to treat Christy Moran with a lot of respect. And it looks as if the Coyotes are biting hard on her runs. And they are using terrific plays in terms of end-arounds and fake handoffs to get themselves open. And there's plenty of green grass to work with for the Sun Devils so far as they continue to push down the field here. I formation, two receivers to the right-hand side. Pepe hands off. Moran gets the outside and a terrific open field play. Went low this time round to make the tackle. Tiana Clark making a very good play in the backfield to make sure that that one stopped for a loss. And it's those sort of plays that need to get the Coyotes defense up and running here. Definitely need a defensive stop if they want to keep in this one. Especially in front of their home crowd here at Hurstville Oval in Sydney. Second down and 12 now. Two wide receivers to the right-hand side. Drops back, has time in the pocket, floats one over, and it somehow comes down. There's going to be a flag on the play. It looked as if the secondary had gotten a hand to it. But good concentration there from the receiver, Meta Luano. Makes a good play downfield, and she is able to convert for the first down. There will be a penalty on the play, though.
Face mask on the defense, number 33. You're half distance to the goal, automatic, first down.
So a face mask penalty is going to make life a lot tougher for the Coyotes here. Not only was there the first down, plus a whole stack of yards to push them right up inside the Queensland's red zone. They're pressing again, and so far, like I've said, they've been 3 for 3 on drives in terms of scoring. They could make it 4 from 4 here. I formation. Hands off the middle to the fullback. Luano pressing hard, but good defensive pressure there to shut her down before she can get any good yards on the play. And this is where the Coyotes really need to step up in terms of their defense. Just one stop could turn into a catapult effect and send their offense down the field. But it's definitely easier said than done with an offense like the Sun Devils. Spread set again. Moran in the backfield. Drops back, under pressure already, throws to the outside, and the pass is just a little too far out of the reach of Rosalinda Shelton. She can't hold on to the catch, and it's going to be 3rd down and 10 now for the Sun Devils here inside their own red zone. Important set here for both teams. Pepe lining up in the shotgun. Moran back with her, 2 receivers either side. She's going to flick it out. Moran's got space to move. Does one cut. Cuts again, but good defensive pressure. And once again, that's going to be Nonahu making a terrific play. It looked as if Moran was looking to cut back on the inside, went back to the outside and shook one defender, but good work on the outside there from Hu to make the tackle, and now that's going to force 4th down, which leaves the Sun Devils now on a last-ditch effort to score here. When your corners can tackle like linebackers, it's definitely a help. And they might need another good play from their secondary. I formation here on 4th down and 10. Last chance. Pepe chooses to take it herself. Tries to get to the outside. Goes the long way round. And hit. Big hit. These women certainly not shying away from contact, that's for sure. Pepe leaving the defender battered and bruised. They will not have enough yards to get the 1st down. And there is a Coyote down here. She's going to get helped up. That certainly was a big hip and shoulder. And the Coyotes get a defensive stop. It's exactly what they'd be looking for at the moment. Now their offense needs to step up. They're in a difficult position at the moment, pressed back deep into their own territory. And the Queensland Sun Devils have done a very good job at containing them so far. Let's see what is going to happen on this drive. First down and 10 now. Handoff down the middle. There's a flag on the play, and there's plenty of flags on the play. Umpires choosing to intervene on the play. And if this is a penalty on the Coyotes, this is going to be the last thing they need because they are already pressed for space. And it will be on the Coyotes.
Holding, 69 New South Wales. Be half distance to the goal, 1st down.
Coyotes really going to need to pull out something special here to get themselves on the board because they're going to have to drive the length of the field.
Timeout, New South Wales.
And to think over their situation, they're going to call a timeout when we come back. It's going to be 1st down and long for the Coyotes.
2-minute warning. 2 minutes left in the quarter. And a half.
Following the timeout, it's also the 2-minute warning, which has made the Coyotes' job even more difficult here. He's going to drop back, and they're looking for the handoff off the middle. She's going to be able to get a few yards on the play there. And the Sun Devils will just be looking to hold firm here and take a 22-point lead into halftime, which will be exactly what they were planning heading into this one. En route to the AGL final. One receiver either side here for the Coyotes. Quick snap, and they're going to hand it up off the middle again. Choosing the ground and pound method here, the Coyotes, and they're getting some yardage. They're going to have to call the timeout, however, because the clock continues to run when the ball is inbounds. And they certainly do not have much time to work with here if they're going to get the length of the field. They also are stuck on 3rd down as well. Looks like to be a 3rd down and 7, 3rd down and 8 situation. Certainly going to need their best calls here to keep their drive alive. Following the Coyotes' second timeout, they've got a lot of work to do if they want to beat the clock here. 3rd down and 8. Flicks it back. Candace Clay over the middle, and good defensive play. Storm Brook coming across, making the hit, making sure nothing materialised of that quick halfback pass play. And that'll be 4th down, which leaves the Coyotes in an interesting position. When you're pressed back this far into your own territory, it is very risky to go for it on 4th down, but considering how much time is left here in the second quarter, which we say could roughly be around a minute and a half, maybe a minute left, it makes the situation very interesting. But in that sense, the Sun Devils have been extremely effective on their offensive front. You do not want to give them the ball 15 yards out from their own end zone. However, it looks like they are going for it. Risky move. Let's see if it pays off. Morley, toss play to the outside. Tahu cuts back inside. Big hit. Stays on her feet. Still going. And she's going to lunge. Whether that's going to be the 1st down or not was a shame if it isn't, because that was a brilliant run. Shrugged off 3 or 4 Queensland defenders. And it will be a turnover on downs, which now leaves the Sun Devils in a very good position to score here on the stroke of half-time.
Seconds in the half on the snap. 41 seconds.
The Sun Devils here on the edge of their red zone have 41 seconds to score. And with the effectiveness of some of their offensive plays, they definitely do not need that long. Split backs. Pace sits back. She has plenty of time to survey her options. The throw is at the shoelaces of number 22, Bev McCormack. And it's going to be second down. You can imagine they'll be looking to the aerial attack here. It stops the clock without using timeouts. Although the other side of that is that the running game has been extremely effective for the Sun Devils so far. If they want to try to ground and pound this one in, they have a few timeouts at their disposal. They're lining up with 4 wide receivers, however. Pay struggles with the handoff initially, throws down the middle, she's wide open. And she is going to be in for the touchdown, you might think. And she's going to be short. And a terrific play there.
Now,
Marissa Hayes was wide open. Good vision there from Pepe. Throws it down the middle. It's going to be first down and goal. Clock is still running, however, but they're going to look to call the timeout here. And the Sun Devils on the verge of scoring again in this one.
28 seconds left in the half.
It's 22-0 at the moment here. Very little time remaining here in the second. Live here on Ascension Sports TV, I'm Chris Guscott. Thank you very much for joining us so far. Be sure to stick around for the second half of this one. This has been an entertaining game so far here. Thanks to the Hurstville City Council and for Hostworks for helping us out with the stream. Very healthy crowd here at Hurstville Oval watching on for this one here in Queensland. Already looking like the team to beat in this women's competition. And they're flexing their muscles here against the Coyotes. 22-0 is a fantastic scoreline at half-time. You can ask pretty much any head coach, but they can imagine that 28, 29 or 30-0 would be even better, and they'll be looking to press here. The Coyotes, however, the last time we're in this situation, got a goal line stop. So let's see if they can pull it out again. First down and goal. Pepe drops back a little under pressure, throws to the outside, and she's hit. There's a flag down. Not going to get very far on the play. Bev McCormack with the reception. But it could get waved off. We'll have to see what the umpires call on this one. Penalty now would be almost disastrous for the Coyotes. And it would really hinder the Sun Devils.
Pass interference on the offense, number 4. Be 15-yard penalty, first down.
And an offensive pass interference call is going to push the Sun Devils a long way back here. And what looked like a first down and goal situation, which could have been their fourth score, sorry. They've now got a lot of work to do here. Gives the Coyotes a lifeline. And that's going to put them outside of their red zone. But believe me, with this offense, it's not going to deter them much here. 4 receivers. Pepe sits back, checks down. Gets it to the outside, and a good open field tackle there. Good reception from Lauren Evans.
Timeout.
And the
Queensland,
Sun Devils will get a few
timeout.
yards there, but remember, with the penalty, it's still a goal line set. So now it's third down and goal, and they have got a lot of yards to go here. And it looks like they could call another timeout, the Coyotes, to make sure that they make the stop. Especially cannot afford to concede another touchdown here. When it's at 3 scores, you feel as if your offense could be able to peg it back if you can get some momentum. When it starts getting it around 4 scores, 5 scores, you know it's going to be a lot of hard work to get back into this match. And this will be a good momentum boost for the Coyotes as well, as to know that they've made 2 consecutive goal line stops. As for the Sun Devils, they know the potency of their own offense. They will be disappointed if a penalty pushes them out of contention for a final second score here in the first half. Mitchell and Carl lining up in the backfield with Pepe. She sits back, has plenty of time on the protection, throws into the end zone, and it's going to fall short. Throwing down the middle, the secondary did well to close. The pass just didn't have enough on it. The target, Bev McCormack, again, she's been favoured in the last few sets. And now it's 3rd down and goal.
4 seconds.
Not a lot of time left in this one.
Left in the half.
I've just been told it's 4 seconds, which means this could be the last play of the half. They're opting for split backs. 2 wide receivers to the right-hand side.
Queensland, the 3rd and final timeout.
And Queensland are going to call their final timeout to make sure they get the right play for this last play. When we come back, it's 3rd down and goal.
4 seconds left.
With about 4 seconds left here in the first half. So following the Queensland timeout, last play of the half, 4 seconds remaining, 3rd down and goal. Pay toss play to the outside. She's got room to work with. There's a flag down. She's getting towards the corner. And she's going to get brought down. It looks like the clock will run out, but in terms of the penalty, it could still count.
Holding, offense, number 4. That penalty is declined. Half time.
Holding on the offense, but the Coyotes are going to choose to decline it, and that will do us for the first half. Very entertaining first half here. 22-0 the score here. The Sun Devils really making their title credentials known here. As for the Coyotes, showed a good defensive effort later in that second half to hold out the Sun Devils on 2 red zone possessions. They'll be looking to bounce back here in the second half. Make sure you join us in about 15 to 20 minutes' time here on Ascension Sports TV.